Is it running? Good day. My name is Martin Schweiger and I'm a patent attorney in Singapore, and also I'm a power lifter, and I'm currently in Kuala Lumpur, which is the capital of Malaysia. I'm here for some business, meeting clients. I'm in a hotel near the airport, and this you see there's a windscreen, a smashed windscreen on the roadside. I'm in a hotel near the airport where also the clients. I didn't have a long walk for 2 days. I believe Friday was the last time. It says Crocodile Farm, seafood village. You can probably eat crocodile there. I didn't have walks for 2 days. Number one, Saturday was a traveling day, so I walked maybe my 5,000 steps when I went to the airport, and then arriving here. Very little, not good, but I have a very large strength bank. Need to ask, can I? Hello.
Hello.
Is that a lake? Okay, thank you. Then Sunday. What did I do on Sunday? A very small workout in the hotel gym. Very small. Actually, I did is a VO2 max test, and I tested the equipment there. I had a home trainer with a power meter, and it also came with a heartbeat function measurement. Heartbeat. And yeah, I know my VO2 max is 60 about, and I could confirm that, yeah, you can measure the same thing with the equipment that is provided in the gym, in the hotel. And then I met with friends and clients. So I find it quite difficult to stick to the routine that I have when I'm traveling. Number one, the food, very difficult. Eating in a restaurant and eating healthy is not easy, because you find all the sugar and the flour everywhere, and you only notice it at a later time. I also removed my continuous glucose meter because it doesn't really serve me, because even if I find out that the restaurant has unhealthy food because they put sugar somewhere where they shouldn't, or they should at least tell me that they put sugar. Then I found out later that this was an unhealthy food. I wouldn't go to that restaurant anymore anyway because I'm traveling. So my question is, do I really need to monitor that? And the answer is no. I don't need. Yeah, so my walk didn't take place, and my healthy eating didn't take place probably. I mean, I did as best as I could, but you never know. So for 2 days, nothing. I went to a standard regular checkup today in the morning because there's a hospital nearby and I know the doctor, so I went in. He measured my weight, and by weight, fully clothed means 110-ish, 110.5, which means, yeah, with shoes and everything. So my current body weight is around 106, 107. Not surprising. It's 3 kgs less than 6 weeks ago, which is good. But also after my competition 1 week ago, my weight creeped up, which is also very normal because if you remember, I made it to 102.2 kg the day before the competition. Then I filled up my glycogen storage. It was so loud. That's an exhaust fan of a restaurant kitchen. So I filled up my glycogen and water comes in and my blood is now filled up. So that's not surprising. My weight should be something like that, 106. See, here's the Crocodile Farm seafood restaurant, and maybe I go there later and see whether I get a crocodile steak, which is a nice view on the lake. Yeah, but first I have my walk. So my weight creeping up. Yeah, interesting experience. So in the 4 weeks preparing, or 5 weeks preparing for the competition, probably my average weight went down by 3 kg, maybe 4, but not more, definitely. I didn't gain much fat, if at all, since 1 week ago, because I was quite in a calorie deficit. On Friday, there was a German event in Singapore with beer, bad, brings up the blood glucose and also spikes insulin. What a nice bus. German bus. It's a Mercedes, something, I believe a 408 or so. Old car, 40 years old. And what you see here in the background is a pipeline. Could be gas or oil or both. Let's check it out. So the German event, also there was bread, and of course I couldn't resist. When you have a German bread, but it was low glycemic index, because it was full grain bread, dark, good, tasty in the morning. So that's why I cannot resist. I always think, is it really worth to eat carbohydrate, because I can live without? Look, that's really interesting. There's a pipeline and it comes from far, very far actually. Very far here, and then suddenly goes down. Very interesting. Lots of water here in the ground. And then also, that was interesting. There is this strong liquor sold. One brand name is Jägermeister, which is a herbs liquor, and it's very sweet but tasty. And somehow people love it. And then there's another liquor which is called aquavit. It means life water in Latin, some other mixture, language mixture. Also very sweet. And I could see my blood sugar spike, and all the bad thing, the insulin that comes with it. Yeah, so Friday night was not good. Then the day after, my blood glucose meter, which is good for 14 days, also expired. And as I said, I didn't even replace it, because why measuring when you can't do anything and you don't derive anything from it? I know what is good for me and what not. The only thing is that if you eat unknown food, that you classified whether it's good for you or not. And then, but if there's no result from classification, so I measure it all. I believe I can take it. I'm now 14 months into fighting my metabolic syndrome. After it was discovered 4 months after a surgery on my knee that left me immobile for 4 months. And I'm happy. Today, appointment with doctor was also, I mean, it's always good if you go to see a doctor and ask for advice, and the doctor would tell you, we could do this or that, but nothing is serious. So I really encourage you to measure your own blood values, and also have urine test strips at home, because even if it's bad, then you learn how to influence it with food, only with food. And influencing with food means not that you eat specific stuff. Oh, look at this. Is this the same pipeline as before? Now I know why it's so wet around. Because pipelines that are blue carry water. Hello, boss.
Hi.
Is this water? Air?
Yeah.
This one, water?
Big pipe.
Big pipe?
Yeah.
Oh, so wet all around.
I don't know.
Oh, wet. Hello.
For Klang Valley pipe, Bang Jaya.
Oh, okay. Very nice pipeline, I like. Bye bye. Nice people, Malays. Very nice. So, yeah. All the birds here. Look at that tree, gorgeous tree. Gorgeous tree. I've discussed with you briefly, as there were no walks, I also don't record videos, because the idea with the videos only came up because I wanted to do something, hello, I wanted to do something useful with my time, and I find that taking you with me on a walk and telling you about my insights that I had on that day makes a lot of sense for me. So, but today I have a walk. I'm now how many minutes into my walk? 17. Yeah. Maybe I do a round around this other lake. I told you that now at a fork in my life. Number one, I could, starting from weightlifting, keep my current weight where it is and convert my belly fat, I mean the fat inside the belly, the visceral fat around the organs, into energy that is burned, and instead pack extra muscles so my body weight is the same. Or I go down one further weight class by losing my visceral fat, which is, I estimate, around 10 kg body weight. So it's a lot. My liver probably also has some fat, because there's no visceral fat without liver fat. By the way, did you know that in the US, more than half of the population has fatty liver? And that starts even when they're kids. And I remember when I was young, having a fatty liver, always meant, I mean not always, but usually meant that you are alcoholic and the fatty liver is because of the alcohol. But today, kids wouldn't be alcoholics, right? So why is the fatty liver? Very simple, because they eat food with a lot of carbohydrates inside, and that causes visceral fat and fatty liver. And that causes insulin resistance, and that causes all the nonsense that comes with metabolic disorders, and so it's called metabolic syndrome. Yeah. 50% of a country has metabolic syndrome. Wow. I believe that also a large part of the population in Singapore has metabolic syndrome, because from the metabolic syndrome come impairments of the blood circulation, and from those impairments come kidney, not maybe failures, yeah, failures, but kidney disruptions. And that's why there are so many dialysis centers in Singapore. There are many. Yeah. Quite nice view of Kuala Lumpur. We are quite far outside from town, something like 20 minutes driving. So nice, there are markers for running. Can you see? 600 meters. I love measuring things, as you know already. So, and I believe if you find such markers around your house, you should use them and measure the time from one marking to another one, and then improve it by reducing the time. Wow, that's so nice here. It's a park with a open air theater. Let's check that one out. I'll show you. Yeah, very cool. First I thought that this is a toilet, but there's no toilet here. There's an open air theater, but without a toilet. How much sense does that make? Let me see. Ooh, a stage. Yeah. Wow. And even there's space for an orchestra. That's nice. And then you can put some actors there when you don't need them. And here in the middle, you can then stand and sing to the audience. Cool. I will follow you. I told you about the fork in my life, right? Where to go with my body weight. And I made a decision. I go down with my body weight for one simple reason. I want to compete. I want to lift weights that are heavier than the weights lifted by my competitors, but also I want those weights to be as low, small as possible. Because after my surgery, my left knee, I really feel that this leg or the knee is weaker than the right knee. And what I know is that less strain on that knee is essentially better than more strain on that knee. Maybe except for training purposes. For training purposes, I always go to the limit for a short time, but that is controlled, and that creates strength, not only in the muscles, but also in the tendons and the bones. That's what we want. I want. So, less weight means lower weight class. So each weight class, the lifted weights, each weight class down, the lifted weights become 5 kg less in average. Maybe even more, maybe 25 kg, depends on where you are. And that's my goal. 93 kg, possibly below. And now, with my new knowledge, I know how to switch from one weight class to the other. So I can compete in both weight classes as I want. But, prerequisite, first must go down better 90 kg than 93. Because it's always easy to gain 5 kg weight in 5 days without becoming fat. And it's only about water weight. Yeah, so that's my plan. Now, see, now there's a 200-meter mark on the road here. So when you walk here every day, then you can plan for a 400-meter sprint walk as fast as you can without running. That's very healthy because it doesn't strain your joints. And then chart it over time, and then you would see the progress. And progress makes me happy. Now the time for my weight loss. So, from 105 kg down to 93 kg is 12 kg. And my plan is to do that in 24 weeks after I say start. That means 500 grams fat loss and muscle loss per week. I believe if I want to lose 12 kg, that translates to about 9 kg fat and 3 kg muscles. The workers. What are they doing here? So good. There's a nice breeze, by the way. Kuala Lumpur is not as sticky and hot as Singapore, so it's quite nice. They also have mountains. You have seen the water pipeline that for sure comes from a reservoir somewhere in the mountains nearby. So I made my tour. So my weight loss: 12 kg, 9 kg fat and 3 kg muscles. The 9 kg fat is about 8,000 calories per kg fat. So it's 72,000 calories to lose. 70,000 over 24 weeks. It's about 3,000 also calories per week. That's about a 1 day expenditure in energy without being replenished, because my basic metabolic rate is about 2,000 calories per day at my current body weight, 100 something kg body weight, and plus I do some walking. So this half a kg per week can be achieved, not difficult, requires discipline. Problem is measuring, because if my body weight already fluctuates plus minus 2 kg, as I've seen when preparing for the competition, and if I'm taking it to the extreme, I can even lose 4 kg in 2 days. Then how to measure this? How to measure half a kg body weight loss when this body weight loss is hidden in the noise created by the other stuff. And I think I may switch to the measurement of my visceral fat, and make a very simple KPI. If it doesn't go up, all good. If it goes down, right direction. And then measure from week to week, immediately after my dry fasting day on Wednesday, before replenishing water. And that sounds like a plan, huh? And my first measurement, I will update you every Thursday after the day after I've taken my measurement, and I will tell you what is my visceral fat. And I promise, would I look at the body weight? Maybe, yeah. I also give you the body weight. But I measure the two, my body weight and the visceral fat, in my bathroom body weight scales. I'm looking forward to that. So, see you, goodbye. We have to switch this off.